Hello traders, so welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video we are going to take a 5-minute trade with our strategy. So let's get started. This is Euro US dollar chart as you can see here, and I'm going to trade for the 5-minute. I'm using 1-minute candlestick chart to analyze the market. So right now as you can see, previously market was moving in the downward direction, which means the trend was downtrend, and right now as you can see that market is changing its trend. And here I can see that market broke the structure. The market structure has been broken by the price action. So what we will do, we'll wait for the market to go up, and then when market start retracing back in the downward direction, we will wait for the market to give us a breakout in the upward direction, and then we are going to place a trade. It is going to take at least 10 to 15 minutes for sure. So for that we have to wait, and this is the whole setup. We are going to target to trade in the upward direction, because here if you look carefully, this is the low, this is the high, this is the higher low, and this is the higher high. So the uptrend is confirmed here, and now market as it's moving in the upward direction, we need to wait for the retracement, and then we can go for a breakout trade. So right now as you can see, market is moving strongly in the upward direction, but we can't place a trade in between. We have to wait for a clear setup. The setup will happen only when market retraces back in the downward direction. So we have to wait for that, and I'm going to fast forward this video. As soon as market starts retracing back, I will take the trade and will explain you the whole setup in detail. So let's wait. So we have placed our trade for the put option, and I have changed the chart actually. Of course, previously I was working over Euro US dollar chart, but I didn't find any proper opportunity after waiting for half an hour. So I changed the chart, and in this chart I found one opportunity, and so I placed the trade. Okay. So this is the trade. So the trade is running in loss right now, and we have placed a 5-minute trade. I found a breakout, and the price action also suggested that market should be falling furthermore in the downward direction. So I placed the trade. Now let's wait for the result, and after the result I will explain you why I took this trade and the reason, everything else in detail. So let's wait. Fortunately, we have won this trade at the very last moment, and now I'm taking one more trade here actually, because this is a good opportunity. I was thinking of taking the second trade if I lost the first, but as you can see, we have won that trade by like at the last second. So it's a fortunate thing for us. So I've taken the second trade. The reason is simple and the same as the price action suggested that market should be falling down. This was the trend line, and it's been broken here. You can see clearly it's been broken, and I took a put trade here because the price action suggests that market should be falling. The breakout suggests that market should be falling. This candlestick pattern also suggests that market should be falling, and that's why I took another 5-minute trade, and this is the last trade of today's session. Let's see if we are going to win this trade or not, but for me the setup is similar, and the chances of winning this trade are for me are higher, but let's see, we can't decide the future. So let's wait for the result, and after the result I will explain you both the trades in detail. So let's wait. Unfortunately, we have lost this trade, so let me explain you the trading setup. But first, let me draw some key levels because I'm planning to take one more trade. So okay, so this is the setup. Market, I'm still in favor of market falling furthermore in the downward direction, and I think market will fall strongly, but as it is not happening till now, so I can wait. So let's wait. So okay, and okay, this is the trend resistance and this is the trend support. So the reason why I placed two trades, like the first trade was based on this breakout. This was the breakout. I took a trade here and we won that trade at the very end, which was kind of a lucky thing because it was totally against us and we fortunately won that trade. And the reason I took the second trade is because of the breakout that we got. Let me remove it. That we got here. I took a trade here and unfortunately we lost this trade. So the reason is simple. You can see here, this was the higher low point and it's been broken here, which means that the market structure has been changed and market wants to fall down. So what we need in that case is a breakout. We got breakout here and you can see this candle here as well. So I took both the trade based on the price action and the breakout scenario, but as you can see, market still not falling. It is consolidated and it's consolidated for a very long time. So I am very sure that in the future market will fall and will fall down strongly because the price action suggests that market needs to be going down. But if it doesn't happen, okay, so we are going to have an opportunity now. You can see the breakout. See, I'm still in the favor of market falling furthermore, but as you can see, market is consolidated, so a breakout can works wonder for us if we got a proper opportunities. Right now, as you can see, market is falling. This is a good strong breakout candle and we are going to, yes, so we have placed third trade. This is the first time that I'm in a session. I took three trades over 5-minute strategy. So this is the third trade and this will going to be the last trade of this session because I think market should be falling and still now market was consolidated and this is the breakout candle. Now my hopes are strong by seeing this breakout and the strength of the candle. Now let's wait for the result, and after the result I will explain you why I draw this support trend line and why I'm taking this trade. So let's wait. So we have won this trade by a big margin, and now let me tell you one important thing that you have to understand from this trading session is that I have a plan. I always have a trading plan that I will take 1 or 2 max trades in a trading session. But in this trading session, I took 3 trades because the reason is simple. The setup and the story was still the same. So let me start with the first trade so that I can explain you completely the scenario. So as I open this chart, I found out that market for the past an hour, it was moving strongly in the upward direction. See, we know that market moves with price action, and in price action market will run and then it will retrace. The retracement phase, you can see if you compare the run, it started from this low and this high. you can compare the run and you can compare the retracement. See, we need some retracement. So in my mind, I was thinking that if I get an opportunity in the scenario in which market will retrace, like the condition which will met and they will suggest that market will fall down, I will try to take a trade. In this case, as I zoomed in here, I found out that this point, you can see this point, see market, if we start from here, this is the low, this is the high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, or you can include this one as well. This is the higher low point. Now we all know that when market structure broke, like the price action broke the market structure, market will change the direction. This is a minor trend, but as we are trading over 5 minutes, we can use it. So this was the higher low, and here market created it broke that higher low and created a lower low point here, which means that the structure is broken and now market wants to fall down further. So this was the confirmation point that now we need to wait for a breakout. As I focus here, I found out that there is a trend resistance which is working here, and I found a breakout here as well. As this was the breakout and the price action was showing me that market wants to fall down, I took that opportunity and placed a 5-minute put here. And fortunately, we won that trade at the very end, because sometimes it took market to register the information that is present on the chart, and that's why the volume was missing on the first trade. But we won the trade easily. The second thing, as the story was still the same, I was thinking that market will fall down strongly, which didn't happen here. So I planned the second trade and I changed the trend line, and this was the next trend line for me, and we got a breakout here. So I placed a 5-minute trade again here, and still the story was same. The volume was missing, the resistance trend line was working, meaning that market will fall down further, but if sellers are interested, which it was missing here. And so we lost the second trade. We won the first trade, but we lost the second trade. So I planned another trade, because in my mind the story was still the same and I was in a favor of market falling down further. So I draw this trend line and took a breakout here, and this trade went in our favor by a strong margin. You can see market fall down strongly, which I was suggesting in the beginning in between the video, that I am still in the favor of market falling down strongly, because the price action suggested that market needs some retracement. It need to release that pressure that is created here. So the consolidation phase was over, and this breakout turns out to be in our favor, and that's why I took this trade. So I used a market structure which was broken on this trading session. I used trend support level and a breakout candle, and that's all I used. The resistance trend line I used to see if market is breaking in the upward direction, because if it breaks in the upward direction, it is going to continue its trend. Why? Because if you look carefully and if you like join those points, you will see that market is forming a flag pattern, or you can go for it. So this was the flag pattern. If market broke in the upward direction, it is going to go in the upward direction. So the story is still intact. The resistance trend line was working. The support trend line was breaking at every point, meaning that the volume was missing, but still market wants to fall down. And that's why I took 3 trades using the same setup, the same story. So that is it for today. I hope that you have learned something out of this video, and I'm sharing important informative images based on the technical analysis, price action, and some psychological stuff as well on our Facebook page as well as on the Instagram handle. So you can follow those two pages so that you can get those information that I'm not sharing on YouTube actually, because those social media platforms are are actually for the information that I can share. So the video part you will find on YouTube, and if you want to follow our trading the technical images, then you can go for the Instagram as well as the Facebook. So that is it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep trading, keep working hard. Good day.